I'm gonna go over here, Cedar, so that I don't bother you guys. Oh no, I'm gonna talk right now. Is that okay? Okay. Okay. Or I can talk here if you guys don't care. Okay, I feel comfortable here, but I just don't want to bother you guys. Okay, so no, not at all. So I'm kicking off now against Michael Reeves. This is his first game in SSFA. He's a brand new coach. He wanted me to comment on his game plan. He has a decent offense with Eddie Lacy, Jay Cutler is his quarterback. He is the Buffalo. What's the name of the Buffalo team, Koji? You know, Buffalo Bills. He's the Buffalo Bills. Okay. That's good. That's a good guess. You're right. So on defense, I have a pretty strong team. So don't take this wrong, Michael. It's going to be tough tonight for you to win, but because of the mismatch. You'll see what it looks like on my side, Michael. Michael's asking about the animation. So he has Eddie Lacy. Yeah, you're right. So what I like to do is try to use my linebackers and my free safety to double team, to move around. You want to keep your opponent off balance. Did a curl to Jarvis Landry. Now, Jarvis Landry is single covered by a 5 rated cornerback. There'll be 3 men in zone because he's not being double covered. Now, that would have been a 6. That would have been a long gain. So that wasn't a bad play. You have a lot of ketchup there, buddy, still. Use that ketchup up first. He wants more ketchup. Just a little tiny bit more. There you go. So I usually don't like to play at this time because this is kind of like the family time. But this guy's East Coast, and I'm trying to help him out. So 3rd and 10 now. Now, if you notice your opponent has low pass blocking, you can bring the blitz. He has a 0 as the left guard. Other than that, and a 4 as the right guard. So I'm going to, just to see, the only bad matchup for me is this 7 left tackle. So let's bring the house, see what happens. Now, what I should have done is move my free safety to cover the first DB. So I'm going to do that just to show you. This is a good strategy if you're planning on bringing the house. She wants to go outside. I think she smells the chicken. I'll open it up. I think the wind's died down. All right, so I'm going to replace Weddle with one of my extra defensive backs, and I'm going to put him into the XTB spot. And then I'm going to show blitz again. Because if you blitz, and this rule said it doesn't matter if you blitz with a 0 or you blitz with a 6. Nice. You want a little more? You want a little bit more ketchup, or do you want to just mix it around? Yeah, that's a lot. So you want to be careful about putting the middle linebacker in there because he'll break. He can break contain. But I'm going to bring 2 linebackers down onto Eddie Lacy, and he's uncovered now. But when you throw to the halfback, he's also giving up his blocking assignment. So let's see what happens. Boom, sack. It's an auto sack because the pass was to Lacy, and that's who was supposed to be picking up the blitz. So that's why he went down. You don't want to not totally ignore that target, but you're better off when you have a 5 halfback like that, 5 pass blocking halfback, to keep him in to pick up the blitz if you think your opponent's going to bring the heat. Okay, so now I'm taking over. Russell Wilson's my quarterback. I'm the Seahawks. I think that's Terrence West. See, when I play these teams, I'm the general manager, so I'm drafting and picking guys. So I don't have Marshawn Lynch in this league.
So you're the guy on the side field?
I'm the blue guy on the blue side of the field. Those are my blue dots. So Here on Michael, on defense, you just called pass and you didn't move anybody.
Players.
You will get wrecked that way. I mean,
Go for a deep pass.
no, you don't want to go for deep pass. You want to mix in the run call. You want to move guys around, especially when you have all four rated linebackers. You're going to be in trouble if you just call
I think,
pass and don't move
I
anybody.
think that's Michael Bryant.
That's Martavius Bryant. He's a really good
Martavius.
receiver. No, that's perfect. You move the middle linebacker to plug that hole. Now he's only a 4, so it's still not going to be perfect, but better than not moving anybody.
The wind always does that.
Oh, yeah, open the window in Koichi's room over there. So now a lot of coaches will. I got it. That's another problem with the 4 linebackers. When there's this defender X coming up, it's really hard to stop your opponent. You kind of have to use your free safety. You have a 6 free safety, so you should move him to like the look-in zone and move your middle linebacker out to one of the flats. So you have a 6 in one and 2 linebackers in another. Wait, the wind's getting worse.
We're gonna just pull again. That's a tornado.
Okay, so good. You called run, pitch out right. That's an excellent way to try to stop your opponent. If you see him running a lot on first downs, call a run. Don't be afraid. You got to call. You can't just call pass every time. Also know your opponent. If you look at Terrence West's card, he's not very good end run, so you don't have to worry about bringing your linebackers on the end run because your opponent's probably going to be running him linebucking off tackle. Although I think I did have an end run called there, so I have to know my team too. You full? Is it good?
Salad, please. Seconds, please. I know. It's like vinegar.
That's the dressing. It's good.
Vinegar tastes like dressing then. Look, a field goal.
Field goal. I want to get a touchdown. So I guess you're in the red zone here. You want to use him to double cover Floyd, double cover Graham, double cover Wilson. All these guys are covered by 4s. There is 4-minute zone, so this could be good. See, there you go. 4-minute zone, stop the pass. And you notice me running a lot, so you called run. That's excellent, both of those. It's hard for new coaches to get a grasp on that, but you pick that up relatively quickly. I think he wins a half. You have a nice pass rush there with Willie Young and Aaron Donald. That's going to serve you well. Unfortunately, this time it came up with Kalechi Osemele against Juwan Edwards, so that was going to be a dump off. So I'm going to throw a short pass to Gore here, see if I can get a touchdown. I could run. With the full house backfield, these 4 pass blockers are modified to 5s. 3-minute zone run call, but it missed. So I'll take the field goal here. Okay, Coach, I'm kicking the field goal.
Yeah, you can do this.
Yeah, I'm playing and kind of giving him a tutorial. Both. So the screen's capturing the game, and I'm telling him like how he's doing, what calls he's making, that kind of thing.
Can you do those sound effect things?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do one.
No, I'm not gonna do it right now. But
Do the trumpet.
okay, hold on, let me find it.
There's too many of them. You know what Star Wars first like? There's too many of them. We have to cross them, Chewie. I'm trained.
You can't hear it though because I don't have the sound on.
The Supreme Leader was
Here. See?
Oh, I heard it.
Okay.
I didn't hear it. But you could use it like you always do. And you're winning by a field goal from 60 yards.
Yes.
One time
Well, I'm glad I got another salsa. Look at that.
You know, one time I attempted a field goal 104 yards away.
That is impossible.
I know. Someone's
Perfect.
gotta have super strength.
You saw me bringing the linebackers up, so you called draw, and now he's gone. And unfortunately, you don't. The run blocking didn't work, but that's all right.
Can you take Maddie out? But if you try to take the chicken, then you'll just get stuck. Because you're trying to get the chicken. You can only take the
Another good call. If you see your opponent calling pass a lot like me, run on him. Keep running.
A glaze?
A glaze is like a covering on your food. But you could have glazed chicken too. Let her out. First down. Good job.
My precious. I'm gonna take a piece. Maddie. Out you go. What is salt on my ass? Out you go, Doc. Can I eat it?
Yes.
Or can I should I give it to Maddie?
Yes. Go ahead. Eat it. Go ahead.
No, I give it to Maddie. It was all Alvin's fault.
Ryder, don't do that. Grab the tongs and put half on here and half on Koji's.
What does that mean? They were on a cruise, and let's just say that they. Let's just say it's crazy. Can I get? Oh, I think I'm confused. That's a big half. But Simon was like, forget. All I tried to do was save her, and it only gets me in trouble. Then the wind was too hard, and then they flew away. And Theodore grabbed the donuts. He says, I don't know if I can make it much longer. I'm so hungry. One bite. So he says, no. And then, no nibbles. Well, maybe I can just lick the glaze. The glaze is what's keeping you alive, Theodore. It's water. Its content is creating a waterproof barrier. You know what Theodore said? It's so dramatic. I'm gonna starve to death. Why are you gonna starve to death? I didn't give you FAQ. Because he's a foodie. You don't know what a foodie is? No, of course we do. It's a foodie. Those who like to eat a lot.
So Michael's asking when, there's those dots in front. So that's a draw right there. If I would call run, it would stop it. If you run.
Actually, there are many other things that will kill you before starvation. Dehydration, sunstrokes. Is that true? I don't think sunstrokes can really just kill you. Dehydration can, right, Mom? Not a lot. Water is very There's what hair? A kite. Oh. I'm sure there's a what do you call it? And the air's drier. Also, it's colder, and it's also that some types of bird animals might go up there. Listen, you can go worship to any place. Wouldn't the kite eventually fall? No. That would. Like in an hour it would fall. Right, Mom? Do I seriously have to wash the dishes?
Please, Hunty. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so
I hear music, of course. We all oblige.
so I sensed that a bomb was coming, or past the Landry. At least he hadn't thrown to Landry in a while. It's going to be a sack here because you see the sack chance is 100%. So that's why it really helps to have good pass blockers. Mackenzie Bernadou is a 0, and he was matched up against the high linebacker, which meant Tambaha Lee. Okay, pitch out right to Lacey. There's no linebacker there. So if it's an 8 on the D card, it'll get an extra 10 yards. Plus 7, guessed wrong. So 3rd and 13. If you're in 2nd and long, calling a run call is a great call. Get yourself some of that yardage back. So I'm going to bring the blitz again. Now let's see. Hopefully, Michael will have learned and not throw it to Eddie Lacy. Kendricks, a short pass to Kendricks would be good. A flat pass to one of the abandoned flats, a run could even work. Curl to Jarvis Angie, that's a good call. So you wanted to hit his card or a 10 on the D card. 42% chance of a sack. Rob Ninkovich matched up against Eric Fisher. If it's under 42, it's going to be a sack. It's over 42, so it's a short gain. First down. Now, I could have increased my chances by bringing additional linebackers to move that sack number from 42 to higher. Screen right to Lacy. There's a 6 in the zone, but it's guessed wrong on a run call. So quarterback card is plus 12. That penalty hurt. Okay, 1st and 15. I just left my guys alone. Pitch out to Eddie Lacy. On his card, it's going to be a good result. 44 yards and a touchdown. Touchdown, Buffalo. So me talking about how hard it was going to be for him to win just got a little bit easier. But you got to, when you're on the opposing end, you can't get emotional about it. Like, oh my God, I'm losing. You can't panic. Stick to your game plan. Things will work out. Okay, I know Zerline has a very poor return card, so I'm going to return this. Thank you, Zidane. I'll just go back into the 20. A fork if I had a fork. Yes, please. Yeah. No, either way. Blue cup with water would be great. Water. So good. He thought that I had been running there earlier, so he called run again. But now, as a opposing coach, you want to mix it up. Still see that free safety kind of standing still a lot. It's okay to leave him there if you're going to call run to protect against the bomb. But if you're calling pass, get him into the game. Use him to double team. All right, no activity here. I'm guessing that Michael has another question. Nope. Called run and plug those zones. Remember, my guy, Terrence West, is not good on an in run. So let's just run through this. I'm going to do my formation. Just so you know, Michael. Here are the choices for your runs. Okay? You can run here. This is a draw on a line buck. This is a regular line buck. This is a draw off tackle. This is a regular off tackle. This is a draw off tackle, regular off tackle. There is no draws for end runs. You can only run end run. Okay, so since my opponent is not moving his free safety, I'm going to throw a short pass, hoping to catch that open. Again, the only criticism I have so far is that free safety is just standing still. And like I'm going to run here. You don't always want to run at the weakest spot because your opponent will start plugging that and calling a run. Well, all those fours, it's going to be tough to defend. You got a 4 tackle. Donald's is great, a great building block. Willie Young's great for this year, and he looks pretty good as an outside linebacker going forward. J.J. Watt, of course, stud. So you got some pieces here. Linebacker double teams are good. That would have stopped a short pass, a linebacker double team to Graham. But that free safety, that's who you want to be double teaming with, because that's a true double team. Good call. Run, plug that zone that I like to run to. Now, I haven't noticed any back-to-back run calls, so I'm going to use one of Russell Wilson's end run. That's actually a good reason to call run and plug the end run zone. So it's not just West you have to worry about. You have to worry about the running quarterbacks. So nobody's in the zone, then you use the free safety to double team. That's good. I mean, not that nobody in the zone, but the double teaming. No blocking back, so we lost 3. Now, something I like to do on third downs in cases like this is either take a shot deep or run it to get in better field goal range. Now I'm going to take a shot deep. No, I think I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with another end run to Wilson. The reason is because you have a 4-0 linebacker out here. That means there's 0 against the contain. So a 2 or a 3 on the wide die will break contain. Picks up 12 yards on the D card. There's no containment on the D card. Now, 4th and 2, I like my chances. I'm going to go for it against all these fours.
Smells like sewers.
I'm bringing Gore.
I'm really, really sorry about this, but Truficus totalis expeliosis. Here, Mark is gone. Okay, I don't know any other spells. Expecto Patronum. Shields totalis. Shields. That's the only two spells.
You'll see on 4th down and 2. 4th and 1, a lot of people will just run, no matter what. Maybe I'm one of those. You can't do everything the same every time. But on 4th and 2, a flat pass is going to be the call a lot of times. So again, flood the flats. Good. You put your free safety over there. So there's 2-minute zone on the D card. Incomplete. Stop the 4th down. Very nice. Okay, so what got left to Barn is being double teamed by the free safety, but there's a snap fumble on the quarterback, covered by Buffalo. That happens because see, his snap fumble check will be 7.1 on every snap. If that number is less than 7, it's going to be a fumble. And since you're a new coach, Michael, the best thing you can do is just ask questions, ask questions, ask questions. So if you don't know why a result's happening, ask. Slant to Lance Kendrick, being double teamed by the free safety. Now again, I'm going to take advantage of those pass rush matchups and bring the heat. I don't know if you have a 0-3 or a 0-4, but on downs like this, you don't care about the run rating usually. So if you have backup 0-4s, bring them in for protection. Or if you see somebody blitzing a lot like I am, then run against it. Do a draw. Screen right to Lacey. That's a good call. It's guessed right on the quarterback card because I had more than 5 men coming. Otherwise, it would have been guessed wrong. It would have been a short gain. So it's still a good call. Lost your quarterback for the rest of the first half. That's not going to help in your upset bid. Okay, so I've been running a lot on first downs. I'm going to go ahead and take a shot with one of these guys. Let's go with Bryant. Perfect. That's a great call. That's going to be a sack. 98% chance. Perfect. Excellent. That's an excellent call. And when you double team with the, no matter what if you double team successfully, you're going to get you're going to get an extra bump to your pass rush rating. Willie Young's usually an 11. Well, 512 reduced to an 11, and then increased to the 13 because of the double team. So it was decreased by one because of the formation, I think. Second and 23, 5-yard penalty. It's tough to overcome, but doable with a decent gain here. I ran a draw there because I didn't expect a run call. Now it's third and 13. You can go to a 3-3-5 here. I like that you brought pressure there. So if it's a sack chance, you have a 90% sack chance on this matchup, 72% chance on this matchup, and 48% chance on that matchup. No, it's no D on the white die, no D on the black die, so there's no sack chance. So here comes the backup quarterback, Michael Vick. That's good. You're back up in there. Don't be afraid to pass it. Remember, halftime it didn't even go on the quarterback's card. So that would have been the same chances for Tom Brady or Michael Vick when it hits the D card. So another crossing pattern to Moncrief. I moved the free safety down, so there's 4 men in zone now. But must run on Vick's card. That'll work. Actually, Vick's not bad. I mean, low interception chance. Got a lot of must runs. And since the injury is only for a half, you just need Vick to get you through a drive or two. So no looking passes yet, so that's why I'm moving the inside linebackers. It's a run against wrong run. That's good. Lacey's an excellent back in this set. Off tackle, we'll have to get man in zone, but I guess wrong on if it's on Lacey's guard. So that zone plug changed it from +11 to +3. 3rd and 1. Okay, one thing to be careful of, if you're in a full house like this and you try to throw flat, if it's on the D card, it's 2 men in zone. I'm going to go ahead and do short yardage. off tackle, right. Zach Stacy, guessed wrong, is -2. So it's still a decent call because if on the D card you get the when you go full house you get a plus. So you do have some backup 0-2s. I'd bring those guys in instead of the 4 zeros on third down. Good. Plug that zone. Cover up that 0. Change it from a +5 to a +4. Not a huge impact, but helps. Every little bit helps. Third and 2, a natural run call, but I'm going for a short pass. Actually, I should have ran it because last time on fourth and short you call pass just like this time. Lucky with that roll there. I'll take it. There's that free safety. Good. Get him involved. So that's when you want to use your draws. When you know the guy keeps continually plugging and calling pass, you use that draw to, you don't want to use it if they're going to call run. But if you know they're going to call pass or you think they're going to call pass, just lets you have a little bit more advantage on the D card. Nice. The guy was in the zone. My 5 didn't quite make the block. So now, a lot of people will punt here. I'm not a lot of people. I like to take chances. Let's see if it pays off. Now, a run key here would be really good, especially since I'm running it, but you have to balance that. You have your 4s to worry about. Get that free safety involved for sure. Let's see, now that's going to be a little bit too easy for me. Although, because I had the 6s there. But even with a linebacker there, it wouldn't have mattered. Linebacker key wouldn't have mattered. So, like, I'm going back to the same thing. And you see your opponent doing the same thing over and over again. You have to make a call to adjust for that. Good run call there. West is not a very good receiver, but pretty sure he won't be double teamed. And I have a feeling that middle linebacker is going to move either to the line of scrimmage or double teaming Graham. So we got a run call. The middle linebacker has vacated the zone. We got a button hook to Terrence West. 8 yards and a first down. So you can set your opponent up by, oh, I'm going to hammer that hole, I'm going to hammer that hole, I'm going to hammer that hole until he moves his linebacker. Then you make your adjustment. Like I said, it's impressive that you're leading almost to halftime, but I just have more talent on the team. That's a lot of times talent can make the difference. Luck can play a big factor in certain matchups. Coaching ability can play a big matchup. You just have to try to keep your opponent off balance. It really, Stratomatic in a word is running when your opponent calls pass and passing when they call run. And the opposite on defense, you call run when they run and call pass when they pass. See, that's the kind of stuff like this linebacker in zone +1, +6. When you have those fours, you just get hurt over and over again like that. That's good. Be aggressive with the linebackers at times. That didn't help in this case. I think I misspoke. I said West was unlimited in the first half. He's has over 100 carries, so I can run him either half as much as I want. So run call, 9 yards, first and goal at the 1. Good key, but again, the D cards. I don't know. That's one of the reasons why I like to play a 3-4 instead of a 4-3 on those runs inside the 10-yard line. With mid and zone on the 3-4, it seems so much better than it is against the 4-3. It's hard to stop people with a 4-3. Though I'm going to run a 4-3 in Psalms, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, 30-yard return, not bad. Jarvis Landry. So when your opponent comes out 3 wide, or on 3rd and 4th down, I prefer to go to the 3-4 formation. It's more versatile. Not a lot of hits there, but not a lot of interception chances either. So not bad. Now, when you're inside, I think it's 2 minutes. You can also go to the 3-3-5. You don't have to do 3 3-4 or base formation. Vic might even have a juicy end run card. See, that's what I'd be doing right here, end running. If he comes into a game, you need to make sure you do that. Let's see how many end run carries he gets. Oh, he only gets one. Yeah. Still something to keep in mind. Oh, nice. I like the call. Could be a short gain here. Got 4. And unfortunately, that's it. But I like the call. I like the way you're thinking. Down and out to Lacey. With no heat, that's one good thing to use a pass rush matchup for. With no heat, it'll tell you what your sack chances are. That time there was no sack chance because no high linebacker was coming in. You want that pass blocker in there because against the high linebacker, he'll get destroyed. So that right there, see, this is the matchup I'm talking about. Would have been 100% chance sack if it comes up. Here's a good tip for new coaches. He should go for it here. Good, he is. When you're on defense, I didn't do this last play, but they're going for a bomb, desperation time. You can move your first DB back to the long pass zone. So there's 2 men in zone. That's useful. So now when it comes up, instead of on the 1 minute card, when the receiver reading can hurt you, you get a 2 minute card. And you get a straight pick on 7 like this is. I'm going to make the interception. And I'm going to try to return it in case it gets a touchdown roll. We have what's called the halftime bug. I'm going to exit. So the two computers get out of sync, and then you have to set it up again.
My ex actually does damage. You should close his door. You guys out of your mind?
It's windy, but it's not coming in.
Right, lock it. He's right. Screen door. It has to come in.
It's coming in a little bit. Doesn't feel bad though. It's so hot.
Whoa, there's a spider.
Squish him. Here. Here's a napkin.
Whoa, it must have come from outside. See what happens when you let the wind blow in?
Yes. Squish. Spider was looking to come inside.
Look at the screen door. I can fit through those holes. Yay!
So color will be back in, and worlds will be back in. So I had a lot of run calls in the first half called runs in the first half on first down. Now I'm switching it up, going to short passes in the second half. Didn't take long for Michael to catch on to that. Good job. So there was a 24% chance of a sack on that. J.J. Watt against Will Beatty. A lot of times people will just take a shot at a bomb on second and short, knowing that they can go on third and short. But I like what you did earlier where you brought the linebackers and called pass because, yeah, you might give up a first down if your opponent runs, but you have a good chance for a sack. Bringing your linebackers is going to increase that. See, so look at if this matchup comes up, it's 98% sack. This one's 71% checked, and then 45 and 8. And it is a 45% chance of a sack. Second one, now it's 3rd and 17. Excellent job there. I'm going to go for my Russell Wilson end run again. It's hard to call run. It's hard for people to call run on third down, and I don't blame them because you could easily switch it up and go for the bomb. That could break contain, but it did not. So I'll go ahead and punt here. 4th and 3 is a little too far. Although I've been known to go for it then too. Crossing better to Moncrief. Worlds against Bernadou. That's going to be a matchup I live on if it, when it comes up. It's just about an auto sack. Quick, I left the Barnage. It'll be guessed right in the quarterback's card, but lots of juicy stuff on the D card. Plus 18, guess wrong. Nice. That's the only problem with Cutler's card. He's got a high pick rate. I haven't seen a run call yet on 2nd and long, so that's why I'm running a draw here. There it is. That's excellent. See, that changes it from plus 10 to plus 3. I like the way you're coaching. There's a missed opportunity, so Seahawks will have to punt. This game's a lot closer than I thought it would be. That's a testament to Michael, who said he was totally winning by 10-7. It could go either way. He's got a much better chance at a playoff spot too. I think the way he's coaching him up and the talent that he has, just needs to avoid some, get avoid some turnovers. That's okay. Nothing wrong with rooting for your husband. So you're inside the 9 at the 9 yard line. So I'm going to bring a little extra heat, see if I can create a pass rush opportunities. Here we got 80, 80, 48, 90. Oh, but it went down to the bottom, which is 32. Still decent, but that's where Donald Penn hangs out against Michael Bennett. And dump off. So plus 10. So the 12 against the 7. And you can look at your rules to see what the pass, rush chart is like. Yeah, I really can't fault anything you're doing. Your coaching seems solid to me. Quick slant to Lance Kendricks. 6 there, but he's single covered. This is the problem. So, like, if it was against you and I threw a looking pass against your 4, that would have been a short gain for me. I have a 6 there, 6 pass rating. So instead of a short gain, it is incomplete.
Baby, take a shower, babe.
Pitch all right to Lacey. I was just thinking, yeah, and run for a while. A nice plus 44 again would be great. But that's a good card, though. And this card set, that's a good card. Use all those runs up. So I'm going to go back to my 3rd and long blitz like crazy strategy. Again, this is where you should have replaced Bernadou, because when you're in a three wide set, his run rating goes down from 4 to 0. So you're not getting any benefit by keeping him in. Go into your league, go into your view, computer manager away, whatever you're at. Go to your 3 wide receiver formation and change the guard from the starter to the backup so you can get that 0-2 in there, because this guy, the 4-0 guy, is not doing any good at all. Screen left to Lacey. Now, that's not bad. Even though it is a pass to Lacey, it's a screen. So if I had moved that linebacker, it might have been guessed wrong. So you have a chance there, or it could have been a 6 wide die. So good. Throwing it at the 4 is a good idea. All right. Dwayne Harris takes over. West only has 4 runs left. Time to see some Frank Gore, I think. Running at J.J. Watt. May not be smart to do in real life, but hopefully we can get some traction here. 4 yards. Good run call. Real attempt to go here. This is silly, but sometimes you gotta do silly things. Well, I picked it up, but I wouldn't say that was the smartest thing in the world to do. Good job on bringing the free safety down. I like that. One of the best weapons you can have in Strat is a 6 rated linebacker against the pass. 6 against the pass linebacker or a defensive end with high pass rush. Those are two really good weapons on defense. Without those, you can get torn apart. That was good. A lot of double teams there. I'm just going to keep pounding this rock. There's that Martavius Bryant long gain on 7, so that's a touchdown for the Seahawks. Good. Plus 11. See, got to keep running. Make your opponent respect the run. Insight run to Lacey. I did drop a linebacker in there. But Lacey's card is going to be guessed wrong. Plus 4. Quick out right to Kendricks. 6 in the zone. First down. See, color's good on the flats. Curl to Landry. Unless you get people to call run more consistently, Cutler will struggle. There's just no doubt about that. Screen pass right to Lacey. Nobody there. That's a good call. Short game. First down. Buffalo. See if you see somebody moving their linebackers a lot. Go after those vacated spots. I like it. And you have receivers with good numbers there too. So don't be afraid to flat with them. Square out left to Landry. 6 there, but it's a run call. Guessed wrong on Cutler's card's going to be nice. Sideline right to Moncrief being double teamed by the free safety. Advantage defense here. That was a white dice 6-2. Would have been a 9-yard gain. That's what I'm saying. You got to use that free safety. He's your weapon. Lacey would be a good target here. I don't see you thrown to Lacey too much though, so let me double team Barnage. Off tackle draw right to Lacey. That's a good call. 6 yards. Setting up 3rd and 4. Containment happens on 5+ yards, so 3rd and 4 is a good. 3rd and 4 or less is solid. A solid opportunity to run. So I've been a good time to run, I think. You're in field goal range though, so take the field goal. Greg the leg. When you stayed in base, it allowed me to use the free safety and the XDB to double team 2 of the possible 5 receiving targets. That's usually not good for the offense. If you're passing, a run there would have been good. Fumble. This could be good, but the Seahawks recover. See, those are the kind of breaks that you're going to need against the better teams. You almost got one there. And, it'll work to your advantage calling pass and blitzing the linebackers like that because you will put quarterbacks on their back. Look at that. Because of that boost, Willie Young's 100%, Aaron Donald's 100%, Watt's 61%, and you have the high linebacker and an asterisk in Willie Young. Third and 10. Good stuff.
Babe, I'm gonna go upstairs soon.
Time to do your own thing. Yeah.
That's true. You are a goddess.
I agree with that. Big time.
This doesn't just go for women. You know what it basically the whole book is about? You have to feel inside that you are precious. You gotta take care of yourself and you are worth it. And that goes for female or male. Love you, baby. Koyo! Let me see your beautiful face. Toro! Let me see your beautiful face.
So I called a draw and I called a run. So this is what's going to happen. You're going to be the maximum min in zone or keyed.
What is somebody's name?
Pitch out left to Lacey. You're going for that 44. That would be good. But the dreaded 5. That's the dreaded 5 right there. Guessed wrong. So frustrating. Square it right. I can't help myself. Bring those linebackers up in support. It could be good if it's on the D card. Sets up 4th and 4. Offsetting penalties. This is something that Tom harps on. Even though you have a block there, I always like to go for the block. Tom will not call for a block when it's less than 5 yards for fear of getting the penalty. I'd rather get the block field goal or at least a chance at it. Because if you don't go for the block, you will not get a block. That's the way the game is. Time to put together a long drive if possible. It's hard to call run. It's hard to call run. That's what makes these guys with their stacked short gains so effective. Just keep pounding that hole, and then he'll move the linebacker, trying to cover up for that zero. No. Okay, 3rd and 2. Counting on a run call here with the free safety moved up. Instead, you get a pass call with the middle linebacker shadowing the right linebacker shadowing the quarterback. Ooh, even on a run call, it wouldn't have been complete. So that's good. You get somebody who's looking for those bombs, looking to set up those bombs. Just stick with your pass calls. That'll work. I'm gonna make him work for it. If he's gonna tie the game. Pitch out left to Lacey. All right, I'm gonna show blitz and bring some people. So that to Barnage. 50% chance of a sack. Oh, offsides. Oh, looks like Eddie Lacy got hurt on the play too. Zach Stacy's not a bad backup, but he's no Eddie Lacy. Tough spot to be in here. Inside run to Zach Stacy. Guessed wrong. 9 yards. Nice. That's a way to get out of a hole. Another inside run. Another guess wrong. No linebacker in the zone. Don Terry Poe though comes up with a big stop. So I know this is going to be a flat pass. I don't really care. Just going to bring the free safety and make him throw one of those sixes or the four. Threw at the six. Still get picked up on Cutler's card. It's good, but it's a miss. I'm expecting a run call, so I'm going to hopefully get some receiver readings here, but nope, messed up. No, I'm still expecting a run call here. Nope, got a pass call. First down. One of these receiver readings should hit. There it is. That's why you draft these cards in the first, second round. That's a devastating card. There we go. That should do it. But gosh, great job by Michael to hang around till the very last drive by the Seahawks. Stay within a single score the whole way. That's not too shabby. A couple more breaks. He had several guessed wrong runs that just didn't go anywhere. And he had the worst luck on injuries too. So all in all, pretty productive first game, I think, for Buffalo. Good things ahead, I think. But again, Michael, the most important thing is to ask questions. If you don't understand why a result happens, ask why. That's the best thing you can do for yourself as a brand new strat coach. And you can live in the flats on teams that don't have six linebackers. My team has six linebackers, so it makes it tougher. But Cutler will get those white die six rolls and be able to move the ball down the field. I like the way this looks with my linebackers blitzing. Lots of good sack chances for me, so give that another shot. 88, 88, 55, 90, 40. But I hit the zero. Oh no, I didn't. Yeah, I did hit the zero, no asterisk. So it doesn't even look for anything. See, if I had Willie Young, that would have had a chance at a sack. So against teams with the, and you got to get Bernadou out of there. Bernadou should not be in your lineup on when you're planning on throwing short or long. Do not have Bernadou in there. Don't have any zero pass blocker in there. See that was guessed wrong, but because a white die came up and you were three wide, it got resolved on the guessed right column. Big in play die white is a one. So if that happens, it's going to be guessed right. There's a bomb. Give me that D. Nope. So if you see your opponent doing what I'm doing, you should just go flat him. There's that draw works too. Although I don't think Stacy has any big numbers on his card, so there you go. Screen right. I like it. That's how you attack somebody who just blitzes his linebackers over and over again. There you go. Late touchdown by Michael. Very nice. All right, good job, Michael. I'm going to log off here.
Son just he lost his game all the time, and I said you always lose, and he doesn't. He was hard in the face. I didn't punch him in the face, but so that punch. I'm gonna pour captain on it. I'm taking the advantage. I'm just chopping it down. I'm just pouring toppings. It's more crazy pop ketchup. Pops taste good by themselves. A lot of it right this we can share. It's both of us. I think it is black. Oh well. Yeah, you're right. We can look at it. Sometimes it's still more complicated because you're in trouble. Actually, if you find it, that's what you get more about. You just tell the truth. You won't get. This is disgusting. Unheard of. This is so yummy. Mama, what if you cook something you an hour and you were cooking it to a critic? It's like he tasted it. It's disgusting. What would you say? And you took an hour cooking it. Even if you don't like something, somebody cooked for you. He's a critic. Why would I want a critic to critique my food? I'm not some master chef trying to win a contest. And then suddenly, the restaurant flipped over. It was a contest. Oh, people were eating pizzas. Next up is macaroni. What if you were forced to enter a contest? No, I wouldn't win. I would. Yeah, that would be chef. Maybe chef was. That's not me. I cook more slowly just for me. And then you saw, you won! Because you made it slow. It was a slowing contest, and they were trying to be slow, but they were too professional. They had to do it fast. You saw the people right next to you. They grabbed a knife, a butcher's knife, Mom. And Mommy, and then the contest was this month. The contest was this. You were going against a bunch of people who didn't know how to cook, and they thought you didn't know how to cook. You did that like I don't know what message. And then you saw the first person made carrots just diced up, and you saw poured it with ketchup. And then I had a mascot face, and then I had a smiley face. And the other guy, he poured a bunch of sciencey stuff in there. Oh yeah, no, he poured carrots. He poured a bunch of combustion powders, and he poured some fire. This is fire in the hole. He took out his gold tooth, and he saw the critic. Turn what on? Machine. I want to see. What? This? Answering machine. charter technician arrive within the scheduled appointment window? Press 1 for yes. Press 2 for no. Rate the following statements on the following scale. 1 being charter communication exceeded or met your expectations, and 2 being we did not meet your expectations. At any time during the survey, if you would like to hear the response scale repeated, please press the star key. The charter technician completed the job to your satisfaction. Sunday, 4:51 p.m. End of messages.
Yeah, almost done though. Yeah,
Can you bring it up to me?
yeah, absolutely.
A third of it's good.
Got it.
I know your dad made sleep in. I'll make you your pancakes tomorrow. That's your wedding day. And your birthday, man. Sleep in. Are you excited for your wedding day? I guess I was nervous. Like I had a whole lot of things to do. You know, I didn't have like a big wedding. I didn't have anybody to do my hair. Like your aunties brush my hair. Put some mascara on it. You don't make that. Yeah, I didn't go. So I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, I don't even know if I'm good enough for a wedding. You're big enough, man. I'll tell you. Xavier, last night you sleep in. No, girl.
Delicious.
You didn't even look.
Uh, your chocolate covered strawberries and the enchiladas are both delicious. I made them both for you guys today. Trust me.
Are you nervous for the wedding?
No. Yeah, I think so.
Did all of your sisters attend your wedding?
Yeah.
How long do I keep it?
90 seconds.
So a minute.
Yeah. You can just put in 90 though. Do you know that? In the microwave, you don't have to put in a minute. I would not use that rice. Well, you don't need rice with enchiladas. No, you don't. Throw it away. Throw it away if it's bad. Don't put it back in the fridge.
That's all.
Actually, he's got a virus on here called System Healer. I'm talking to this broadcast thing.
I solemnly swear I hope to know that.
Coming!